the story of the Oltenia adventures. Lawrence of Oltenia. I entitled the last chapter as Lawrence of Arabia. I had to fight the Turks of the village, being an ally of the Arabs of the place. I'm just joking, of course. And to wrap this up, the adventures there, which, however, have marked me for quite some time. I couldn't believe this sort of soap opera telenovela can happen in reality, but it did. With, as I said, Blackadapple factions. There's some macaws which are doing bad things in the kitchen, and it can be dangerous. They just dropped a knife from there, but they're all right. They fought over help coming from England. They were nasty with each other, ungrateful to the guests. Not all the time, and not all of them. But it was unbelievable. It's true that taking it to a larger, seeing the larger picture, taking to a more general perspective. It happened to the whole people here, and speaking actually of the region, people under the communist regime had a difficult escape, if you will. They're suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder still. Look at the Russians and their incredible support for Putin. Look at what he does, and look at how they like that. People have been brainwashed on a mass scale. And I could see the effects in that village. If I would be mean, cruel, and stupid, I would say, look at how foolish they were. They acted like cretins, like troglodytes. Somebody comes with help, and you say, some did. You shouldn't have come. Why did you bring us? Why didn't you bring the other? Or why did you give it to them and not to me? Now, for something completely different, Monty Python. Not really different, but on the positive side of things. The British, John Foster, not her companion. The companion, I guess, never came back. With Socrates saying, Socrates, I hate you, and all that happened there, he was probably saying to himself, never again. But John Foster came back to Romania. True, she saw that village in particular, Oltenia, is beyond help. I'm just kidding now, but she moved away, far, far away. This is southwest, and she went on the next trip the following year. We joined her too. That's another story, some other adventures there too. She went to Maramureș, so like, I don't know, 500 kilometers away. Here, we ended the distribution at the school. We gave whatever we had with more and more animosity and not really verbal assault, but displeasure expressed in abundance, if I may say that. And we had to sort out the final chapter, so to say, which was giving something to the mayor, who was playing the host, who kept all this, not a huge party, but John and the companion and myself with Socrates. Socrates is the Romanian version of Socrates, so I alternate between the two. I'm used to calling him Socrates, actually. And the family fed us, gave us shelter, they helped however they could, but they were very worried to take any, even a can. Pleacă mă de acolo, aștept să vină. He's a clever guy. He knows I'm supposed to be doing this, and I stay here. He noticed from the previous 90 chapters plus 200 notes on books posted on this YouTube that I stay here while I'm doing this. So he's free to roam around. Otherwise, I'm preventing him. I'm going there and say, oh, move ahead. Or I'm using this as a last resort. If you really want to go through the window which is closed. Anyway, to return from this digression. So we had to give them something for all this. Not as an extraordinary prize with golden, I don't know, expensive Rolex watches or whatever, but just a few small things. Just let's say we count and then do the math for lodging, for cleaning up, for food, shelter, and all the rest, and logistics. That would still be $500 or I don't know more for people. So, but it was very difficult. And again, the end is mafia-like. Like in the Goodfellas, we had to wrap it up at the school, no more, the end. And there were, I don't know, a couple of boxes with some things like some bottles of wine. I don't even know. I'm just now I'm speculating and probably inventing. Some tablecloth, who knows what else, some gifts for the madam, and the niece was not anticipated, but since she was there, I don't know, some dress, whatever. But that was to be exchanged for some reason, because it was like we were dealing Breaking Bad, the blue meth or something, Tuco and Heisenberg and whatever. We had to meet in the middle of nowhere with a van, and they would come with a car, and then the village would not be, especially the enemy, the people from the opposite group, opposite camp, would not speculate. I don't know how. Come to think of it, they didn't really search the house, so it was clean, nothing from Britain, and then they would just come from this field with the goods. It's Sounds silly, and it is. It was stupid, but there it was. We met in the middle of the field, we exchanged the things. I guess the idea was whatever was left, preserved for them, set aside, they would change in the field because they didn't want the van to come back to the house, which then would give rise to speculation. So they said, okay, they distributed to the school, it was finished, over, they saw it's empty and so on. They go away, but on the road to the frontier, we meet with them and we get something. But then it's like everybody saw it's gone, finished, the classroom is empty, they've given whatever, the shoes, the dresses, the caps, the knickknacks, whatever, pencils, mat, I don't know, there were all sorts of things, and it's finished. But then we still meet with them and we get this. Alas, on the way, some car from the village saw something. Either they were following, which is a good guess, or by chance they happened to drive that way and they saw the meeting. And after that, I don't know what they fought each other to the death. I don't know what happened. I never went back either to this village. I kept seeing for a while the girl, but that's for the next part.